So, if you don't know my background, I became a political operative at 15 years old, was working in political campaigns, speaking at events, and then from there moved into media commentary and also into male-dominated spaces in business and obviously politics as well. And what I consistently would have happened to me is I've had so many mentors come in, and while I've been grateful for some of the insight, a lot of these mentors controlled a lot of things about me. They controlled how I spoke, they controlled what I could say, or how I needed to speak or present myself to fit into the narrative that was being projected out. And all of that said, I've had a lot of people throughout my life tell me who I am, who I'm supposed to be, how I'm supposed to appear, and what would it take for me to be accepted. For a long time, I felt like I didn't have a true grasp on who I was, and on who I wanted to be in this world. It took me a really long time to break out of that. And I don't think that's too different for very many people, right? The religious organizations we grow up in, the family structures, everything else tells us a lot about who we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to act and who we're supposed to become. And if you don't question those things, you're going to find yourself in an environment that many times will deeply conflict with who you actually are and who you want to become. And it takes a lot of effort to break out of that norm and to question everything you've been raised with and ask yourself, what do I really want? What parts do I keep? What parts do I destroy? So I feel like for the last few years, but especially the last year, I've heavily asked myself these questions. I've heavily broken out of a lot of paradigms that I had been stuck in for a long period of time. And as a result, it made me start to understand and realize my own voice and the weight of who I am and the weight of who I am becoming and what I am meant to do here in this world. And it has been a vision I have been creating for a really, really long time, but I didn't have the courage or the ability to pursue it because I was so afraid of what other people would think of me. And as a result of having that fear, it held me back from being my authentic version of myself for a really long time. All I have to say is if you are one of these people, if you're someone like this too, who is holding back who you are, no one knows you like you. Take time to get to know yourself. People pleasing, trying to get acceptance from people who do not understand you, who do not understand your vision, your mission here, will only lead you to heartache and will veer you off course. That goes for mentors, that goes for anyone in your life. So if you really want to accomplish what's on your heart, what's on your mind, it's going to take courage, but you have to develop a level of emotional detachment from people like that. You have to choose to say, I don't care if they rise up against me. I don't care if they hate me. I don't care if I lose their love. Because the more I stand up into my authentic self, my vision of how I plan to operate in this world, the more the people who will unconditionally love me, who won't try to control me, and who love me for my authenticity will show up. You have to be willing to depart from the old norms and paradigms and people. You know what's best for you. You know your vision. It's okay to have mentors, but frankly, if you are someone, a true change maker in this world, if you are someone who is meant to do big things here and you just know that and you have a very different idea from what you have seen in other industries or other ways of being, if you are someone like that, your mentors many times will hold you back. Whenever a mentor starts telling you who you are and the exact process of how you need to do certain things, you are veering towards their purpose and direction in life and not your own. And that gets really slippery. That is when they are trying to control you. A healthy, happy, good mentor, a mentor who genuinely wants to see you shine, is going to be someone who steps in with you and asks you the questions that you need. If you are someone who guides people, if you are someone who mentors people, I would really encourage you to, be straightforward about what you see, but also ask a lot of questions. also help people strengthen the relationship with themselves. Make it so this person that you are mentoring is so strong within who they are and their authenticity. Guide them in that path that you as the mentor become like not necessary. That's a really good mentor. The mentors who are so insecure that they have to make people dependent upon them are not good mentors. The people who help people tap into themselves and grow through self-sufficiency and independence and tapping into their own understanding of who they are, those are the indispensable mentors. Those are the people who will help and see their mentees grow multi-million-dollar companies. Those are the ones who will complete what they're meant to do here, and you will be a part of that. Otherwise, you're just toxic. The best mentor you will ever have is yourself. The best mentor you will ever have is listening to yourself, your intuition. Your intuition will guide you more than any other mentor can, because your mentor is not you. Your mentor is not here to complete the same mission that you're here to complete. So diving deeply into your intuition, strengthening that muscle, it really is a muscle, to listening to yourself will allow you to instantaneously eradicate people, situations that aren't serving you from your life. And also when someone tells you who you are, you know whether it lines up with your intuition or not, and no one will be able to shake you or sway you on your mission. You'll be able to move forward with peace, and you'll have the right people around you, and it will save you a lot of heartache and heartbreak the faster you can get to tapping into your intuition.